Hi, welcome to this week's Faith to Conquer Fear Inspirational Moments with me, Christy Demetrakis. I'm the author of Faith to Conquer Fear, Inspiration to Achieve Your Dreams, and Faith to Conquer Fear, The Journey. If you've been watching these over the last few weeks, you know that these are brief videos really designed to give you a burst of inspiration. As I said last week, they may not make you run through walls, but it will make you think. And what I want to talk about this week is leaving a legacy. Leaving a legacy. So this is the month of August, and August is one of the best months, if I do say so myself, because some wonderful people were born in the month of August, myself included. My daughter is an August baby. My pastor is an August baby. We have a couple of friends, dad and daughter, who are also born in August, and my grandfather was born on the last day of August. So August is a fantastic month. And if you're like me, most people love birthdays. I love a birthday. I love my birthday. In our family tradition is we literally, the person whose birthday it is, they get to pick where we eat. And we're, kind of boring family, so we usually pick dinner and a movie. So that's typically what we do. So I absolutely love birthdays. And if you're also like me, what you realize over time is those birthdays seem to come faster and faster and faster. And you can't really remember what happened last year and what you got accomplished last year, much less, in my case, what I did last week in some cases. But I want to talk about the importance of the birthday, because every year that we have a birthday is a blessing, first of all. And secondly, that is another year that God gives us to be able to do. The question is, what are we doing in those extra years that God is giving us as we're celebrating that birthday, that birth date? What are we doing with it? So you've heard people talk about, I'm sure, about the dash. And what is the dash? So on every tombstone, there is the date you were born and the date you die. And then there's a dash. The question is, what did you do in the dash? And that's where this idea of legacy comes in. That's the idea of legacy. Now first, before I even go down this path, let me define for you what legacy is, because that's a term we throw around a lot. So dictionary.com defines legacy this way, and I'm going to read it verbatim. The first one is law, a gift of property, especially personal property, as money, by will, or a bequest. The second definition is anything handed down from the past, as from an ancestor or predecessor. So that's what a legacy is. Are we being intentional about our legacy and what we leave behind? And for further clarification, you leave a legacy regardless. There can be a good legacy that you leave, or there can be a bad legacy that you leave. Leaving somebody a ton of debt is a bad legacy. Okay? Not a good legacy. But a legacy is something that you leave behind that ideally is going to help the people you leave behind to be better. They're going to know more. They're going to be able to do better because you've left a lasting legacy, something tangible in most cases, for them to be able to benefit from. And I think that the issue is many of us, we are going to have a legacy. I told you there's a good one or a bad one, and everybody has one. We're all going to have some legacy, but we're not always intentional in designing that legacy. Now, what might that legacy look like? It could very well be property. You may leave your family lots of inheritance. It could be, very physical, tangible things. It could be, again, financial things. It could be a book. I know so many people who I've met since I've written my books that say, I really just want to tell my story. I want to leave my story for my kids. I want to leave my story for my grandkids. That's a wonderful way to leave a legacy, but that requires intentionality. You might be a type of person who says, you know what, I'm going to enter politics because I feel like that's a way for me to be able to leave a great legacy and change things. Your legacy may be committed to your children. Your legacy might be committed to the community that you live in. My point is to leave a legacy that is powerful, to leave a legacy that allows the people left behind to benefit. And so that's my challenge to you today. As you go through the years and the birth dates that we all get so excited about, are we being intentional about what we're doing in those years that God is giving us, that He's blessing us with? I told you, every year that we get is an opportunity for us to do. The question is, what are we doing in the dash? That's what I want to leave you with today. What are you doing with your dash to leave a legacy that will be a benefit to those that you leave behind? That's all I want to talk about this week. So thank you again for joining me, Christy Demetrakis, for Faith to Conquer Fear Inspirational Moments. I hope you will share this video, and I hope to see you next week again, where we talk about more topics, more ideas, more thoughts to help you build your faith and conquer your fears. We'll see you next week.